So in this one, I'm going to talk about the Star Treks, and here is where all of the controversy is going to... How do I get back in second? Here's where the controversy is going to come in, probably. What was your favorite Star Trek show out of the three that were on television at the same time during the late 80s and the 90s? Okay, I did not get eliminated. I don't know how I'm doing. I don't know how I'm doing as good as 4th place on 250cc. Don't imagine I'm going to get in 1st place ever because of T-Rex up there. So, Star Trek. Star Trek The Next Generation, which was followed by Star Trek Deep Space Nine, which was followed by Star Trek Voyager. What was your favorite of the three, the Star Trek trilogy of shows, if you will, which all kind of shared a bit of the similar characters, a lot of repeats, co-stars and things like that. And Worf was on Deep Space Nine and Next Generation. My favorite, and I can say this pretty accurately because me and my wife have been watching all the Star Trek shows. We watched The Next Generation all 7 seasons together, and then we watched Voyager all 7 seasons because we watched a little bit of Deep Space Nine, and my wife wasn't really into it all that much at the beginning, but I told her that it got better as it went on. But anyways, we watched Voyager all the way through, and then went back and started watching Deep Space Nine, and we're on Deep Space Nine season 4 now, where Worf has just joined the cast as a permanent character, or a regular cast member, whatever. So yeah, Star Trek The Next Generation, Star Trek Voyager, and Star Trek Deep Space Nine. I'd have to say that, out of those three, probably I'd have to say Voyager was my favorite out of those three. And I hear all the fanboys yelling and screaming, "What? Are you talking about Data, Picard, Geordi, Worf, all the other people, Deanna, Beverly, Riker?" I'm sure he's a fan favorite with his little cocked head while he's walking around a corner. I do like more of the main characters in The Next Generation better. I mean, I'd give The Next Generation a better score as far as the majority of the characters liking them, and I was a fan of that one when I was younger. I watched the most The Next Generation when Star Trek was on television. But I liked I liked all of the new things that they tried to come up with since they were lost out in the Delta Quadrant in Voyager. I liked the overall arc, the fact that there was an overlying arc for the entire series, which was Get Home. I didn't like Janeway initially when I first saw the show on television. Thought she was kind of annoying. She kind of reminded me of the lady from the X-Files, Sully or Scully or whatever her name was. But I realized the humor of her character the second time going through the show, and she was very entertaining. But Tuvok was extremely entertaining to me in that show. I thought Tuvok is probably my favorite Vulcan character, and I hear the fanboys again, "No, Spock is the best Vulcan!" But no, I really liked Tuvok. I liked a lot of his character development, a lot of his story arcs. I liked how they always picked on Kim, Harry. Put him in all these compromising situations. I even liked Tom's character coming towards the end of the series. So overall, I liked the family aspect of Voyager. It didn't really seem as much of a family-oriented show on The Next Generation. Deep Space Nine's a little more family-oriented than The Next Generation, but I think Voyager, they had to get along. Even if they didn't like each other, they were stuck in the middle of nowhere with each other, and that's what I liked about it, the friction between a lot of the characters. Is there another race? What? So yeah, fanboys unite. Tell me what you think. Tell me why I'm wrong. I liked a lot about the Next Generation, but going back and watching it, especially the first few seasons, the first 3 or 4 seasons, terribly dated. I don't think it held up that well. But I think the show as a whole held up well. As the seasons progressed and as the actors found their character, I think their characters, personalities, I think that it got better. But I think probably one of the main reasons that Next Generation doesn't get a higher score for me, this may sound trivial to most people, I could not stand Deanna Troi. I didn't really like Pulaski, whatever her name was, in the 2nd or 3rd season. The doctor that replaced Beverly because Gates McFadden didn't want to be in the show anymore. And Picard went and called her up and said, hey, we want you back. She didn't like her character arc or something like that. Didn't really like Crusher until I had to deal with Pulaski for a whole season. I liked Beverly Crusher's character a lot more as the series progressed. One of my favorite episodes is actually the one where Wesley inadvertently gets her stuck in a little time rift or something that's closing in on her, and she doesn't realize it. That was a cool episode. I really like that one. Don't remember the name of it. And I don't feel like looking it up, but if somebody wants to go over to memoryalpha.org or whatever it is, you can probably find it pretty easily. Just look for episodes where she was the main character. But, so I guess it boils down to, the reason I liked Voyager better than the Next Generation is because there were more characters I disliked on the Next Generation than there were on Voyager. There wasn't really anybody I disliked on Voyager. And that one Betazoid guy, the creepy guy that ended up saving the ship in one of the episodes, spoiler, he was a really cool character. I wish he hadn't have died in one of those episodes. I wish he'd have been around for more than a few episodes. He was a very cool character. The one that mind melded with Tuvok. Yes, I am a Trekkie. I'm not a convention Trekkie. I don't dress up like Star Trek people, but I do like the Star Trek universe. Also, another character I didn't really like was Wesley's character. I didn't like Wesley until I started reading the A Time 2 series, where he played a larger role in that. In the first 2 books. I only read up to, I think I read the 3rd book and started reading the 4th book. The books it's a group of 2-parters. Pretty cool books. They were actually the first Star Trek books I ever read. I never really was interested in reading Star Trek books, but my old roommate recommended them to me, and they were pretty entertaining. So, yeah. Any of you Trekkies out there, make your opinion known. So let's see. I didn't really like Worf at the beginning of the Next Generation. I liked him much, much better later on in the series. He ended up becoming one of my favorites. I didn't like him for the first few episodes on Deep Space Nine. I thought he was a total jerk, actually, but Dax is helping to soften him up a bit, so that's pretty cool. That's as far as I am in the show. So, yay, talking about Star Trek. Fun times. I could probably talk for an entire episode about Star Trek. I didn't like the lady that died, the Denise Crosby character on The Next Generation. I didn't like her that much. I liked it better when Worf took her place. So, yeah, there were 3 characters that I really did not like in The Next Generation. And that's probably why it ranks 2nd on my list. So I got eliminated in 4th place. Well, that was Hawk or Talon or Xena, whatever. 250cc's Pro Dirt Trax FX. This is Tarquin, and thanks for watching. Bye.